Hi guys, Fu here, bringing you my review for Arizona's original Scream Park for 2013. They're located out at 8823 East McDowell Road in Scottsdale. It's $29 to get in. For an extra $10 you get a speed pass. And this haunt does charge for parking at $6, so keep that in mind. Have $6 ready when you go. They have 4 different haunted houses. Gold Miner's Revenge, which is sort of the keynote piece for AZ Scream Park. Zombie Infirmary, Clown Town of Terror, and Horror High, which is the one where they get to touch you. When we went, Zombie Infirmary was not currently running. I'm not sure if we're going to have time to go back and check it out. They did say, since that was closed, you could come back another time and go to the haunt or hit any of the haunts twice if that's what you wanted to do instead. So we started out with Clown Town of Terror, which, from what I understand from Facebook posts, is them teaming up with Panic Park right now. And it's a 3D maze. They give you these 3D glasses. And it's the neon clown maze, the standard neon clown maze of every haunted house at this point. With, like, Panic Park's acid, like, Panic Park last year had a really nice 3D acid maze, I believe it was called, and that's in this maze. So you have the cool 50-gallon drums and the weird sort of laboratory feeling, and all of those walls with the 3D glasses are great. It looks really good. I had some issues with this maze in that there are parts that are too dark, to the point where we backed into actor areas like 3 times. We ended up down a wrong hallway and had to get directed back out. If I'm getting lost in your maze, there's really an issue where we can't see and we can't get where we need to go. The other issue I had was the walls and sections from Panic Park were really, really great, and you could really see when they changed from what was borrowed to what wasn't. There was a change in style. Instead of having really nicely painted stuff, it changed immediately to orange spray paint on black plywood, which really gave this sort of stilted sort of effect. You felt like you were moving from a good section to a bad section. There's an amazing amount of dead space, and I know we went early in the season, but there's a lot of acting that needs work. I had like 10 people pop out and go, "Hi!" And I'm like, yeah, hi? I guess, like, I say that to customers at work, you know, hi. This isn't scary. I mean, you're supposed to be an evil clown. Popping out at me and going, hi, isn't doing anything for me. The saving point was the wheelchair actor was spot on. Absolutely beautiful. And the 3D effects in the walls from Panic Park were really nice, and the glasses did actually help for that. They really were. Overall, I feel like there's some major lighting issues in here, and I didn't feel compelled in this maze. I think I honestly enjoyed it better last year when it was sort of their own 3D clown maze. I don't know. I didn't get that really great feeling from this one. After that, we hit Horror High, which was the touching one. Last year, I was really enamored with this maze. This year, it's similar as far as layout and acting goes. Again, there was a lighting issue where a lot of the rooms were completely black. I could tell from the light from the entrance that, you know, this was the library room that we saw last year with lots of books and stuff going on. I mean, there's time and energy spent in this room, but the lights were off, like, completely off. So I didn't get that high school ambiance a lot of the time. Last year I remember a locker room and a prom and all these scenes, And I know we moved through those scenes because the actors made mention of it. Like, this chick came up and was like, dance with me, why don't you love me? But we were in a completely dark room. That was it. So I don't know if there was a lighting issue or what was going on, but that really killed the effect. Now, despite the issues with the lighting in Horror High, I feel like there was some great solid acting. There were guys giving 110% in here, going out of their way to make me uncomfortable. The shout out to the science teacher who made this maze for me. Maginoni and I are going through this together. I'm behind Maginoni. He comes up, there's a tall guy, I think he was on stilts, but this is a massive lanky guy coming over Maginoni to go, you, and literally dragged me around a corner into his science classroom where he gave the greatest speech. Like, dude, keep this up. You were creepy, you were in my face, and when you told me, run, I wanted to, like, move it. Move it. Beautiful, perfect, keep it up. You really made this maze worth it for me. But the lighting issues desperately need to be addressed here. Desperately. It really is killing all the fun stuff. And instead of having interesting corridors where you're walking through stuff, it just gives you miles of endless black corridor where nothing happens. So that's my issue with this, but it was worth it for that science teacher actor. That was perfect. We obviously didn't hit Zombie Infirmary because it was down that night, and then we went to Gold Miner's Revenge. Gold Miner's Revenge is really great in that it uses the environment to its benefit 110%. I mean, you're up, you're down, you're underground in places. I mean, simply the crunching Arizona soil beneath your feet gives you the Old West gold miner feeling. I mean, that's always going to be solid in this maze. Lighting issues abound again, where we couldn't see what was going on. A lot of the times, there's a really cool trailer scene in one part of this where there's this really, really creepy as crap trailer. But I couldn't see anything on the inside of it, and the only way I knew things were going on in there is because an actor mentioned it at one point. Yeah, and the lighting issues, just please fix the lighting. I can't see anything that's going on. I know the group in front of us, like, fell over some stuff at a couple of points, and they had to bring in someone with a light, so I think it's a real danger issue as well. But it's not giving you a chance to use that light to your advantage, is the issue there. I also noted a complete lack of any of the really, really amazing animatronics we saw last year. I don't know where those went, but I really liked them that last year, and I missed them terribly. There was some really solid acting in here. I know they were having some issues with Maginoni and I catching up with the group in front of us because they kept having issues moving through the space. But they dealt with those really professionally. They didn't break character, and that was really well done. Honestly, though, with the lighting issues and just sort of the lack of stuff going on, I was really kind of ready to be done with this by the time we got out of Miner's Revenge. I wanted to go home. I don't think I've ever sat there and gone through a maze and then gone, I want to go home. I'm done. Get me out of here. Let's just leave. And honestly, that made me really sad. AZ Scream Park has always been really strong to me. I've enjoyed it for years. This year, I just wasn't feeling it. The actors who were sort of running around the entire space were lackluster and borderline douchey to me the entire time I was there. This guy never scared me. He talked down to me when he was being like a douchebag bro. And I was like, okay, listen. I know that you're big and tall and 17 and working in a haunted house, but calling me little kid and telling me I'm not in Disneyland doesn't do anything for me. I'm older than you. Like, you can be sort of a jerk all you want. It's not scary. I'm not 12. Yeah, stop. So, there's also some sort of carnival games and stuff going on in the area, but honestly, after we got done with Gold Miner's Revenge, I was ready to be out of there. So, for the $29 and the $6 parking, I don't know if we're gonna attempt Scream Park again to see if maybe the lighting issue is fixed a little bit later in the season, or some of the acting issues, or to go back for the Zombie Infirmary. Quite honestly, I was disappointed and annoyed throughout a good chunk of this. Really, the highlights were a couple of individual actors. The science teacher and the wheelchair guy were really the saving graces of this entire thing. But aside from those points, I was just bored. And for $29 and $6 parking, I don't want to be bored. So, I really hate to say that about anything, especially, a haunt I've loved for so many years, but that's how it ran this year. So tell me what you think. I know there's going to be a lot of flame wars in the comments, but, that's how it goes. And I'll see you guys next time.